Thomas Jefferson into the open field. No one's going to touch him. Mark it up. Touchdown, Sioux Falls.
40, the 30, and he is gone to the house. Touchdown, Tallahassee.
Tipped and picked off by Colin Douglas, who's going to take it back all the way.
No pass caught, first down. What a move! D.R. Sim, get out of here! The doctor is in for the touchdown! Good evening, SFL Nation. Tonight, it's the Week 8 SFL Game of the Week in a clash for the Eastern Conference's top spot. It's the 5-2 Tallahassee Pride against the 6-1 four-time champion Queen City Corsairs. And it's next on the SFL Network on YouTube. Good evening, everyone. I'm your play-by-play commentator, Cameron Irvine. Tonight, revenge on the mind for Queen City. Their only loss this season came to the Tallahassee Pride. How will Queen City respond, and can Tallahassee keep Queen City's number? Coin toss next.
Let's go. You ready?
It'll be the Tallahassee Pride with the football first. The crowd is fired up here at Conpro Field, and we're hoping you're fired up all around the world. Queen City, kick it, run away. From inside his 10-yard line, return up to just the 25. First down. Let's get it going on Tuesday Night Football. Christian Christensen is the quarterback for Tallahassee. Bunch out of the right side. And off to Jay Calvin Kim, first play, and Kim will push ahead for a first down. Really nicely done there as Jay Calvin Kim continues his stellar Season 9 efforts. Kim, 5th in the league in rushing despite playing one less game than most. 1,156 yards. An average yards per carry of 7.1 with 12 rushing touchdowns. Christensen will hand it off to Kim again. This time Kim, no gain. Alex Cross actually will bring him down to the backfield for a loss of 1. To bring up second down and 11. Kim's 12 touchdowns, one off, tying the league leader this year. It's a three-way tie between Ray Bentley, Sanzo Robinson, and Ash Odom. Kyle Walsh on the other side of the page of this matchup also has 12 touchdowns. Christensen on second down and 11. Quick out route to Jared Cochran. That pass is complete. Will bring up a third down and 7 to pick up a 4. Cochran, the unquestioned leader in the passing game for Tallahassee. 60 catches, 807 yards, and 10 touchdowns. The 10 touchdowns for Cochran is second in the league, only behind Prince Escobar's 13. 5 wide receivers, empty backfield for Christensen, now on a third down and 7. As we're settling in here in Buffalo. Back to pass, Christensen, deep ball down the middle, knocked away. Oh, it's caught off the double tip. Jared Cochran, 10-5 touchdown. What a play for Cochran, his 11th touchdown of the season, as 2 different Corsairs had a chance at the football, and SFL madness has struck already. What a lucky play for Cochran, head on a swivel. Right to him for the touchdown. Unbelievable out of Tallahassee as they strike first here on the road.
Barber is back for the point after. Number 8 on the hold.
And Cochran's wild season continues. He has been one of the most outstanding offensive players in the league this year. And the extra point for Tallahassee is good. And it didn't take long. Christensen strikes with a bit of luck to Jared Cochran. 7-0 on the Week 8 SFL Game of the Week. How do you like that? My goodness, what a start here on the road from the 10-yard line, returned by Memphis Blue up to the 31. And tonight, ladies and gentlemen, we are celebrating history. Queen City is the first SFL team to ever have played 100 games. This is Queen City's 100th game tonight, 4 titles in 9 seasons. Net points of 346. A tremendous dynasty built in Buffalo by owner Eric Barkley. The handoff goes to Kyle Walsh to start the game, and Walsh will pick up 3. Our condolences to Walsh, suffering through a family tragedy this week. Our thoughts and prayers and just everything we can give to Kyle Walsh is with him and his family here tonight. Another longtime member of the SFL, now former member. It's 2nd down and 7 after the 3-yard gain for Walsh, playing with a heavy heart. Outside to Walsh, and Walsh is whacked on the sideline of the 37-yard line. That was Bones Malone with that tackle. A pickup of just 3. 3rd down and 4. So big 3rd down coming up for Queen City off the crazy tip pass caught touchdown. It's not often you see one of those, especially not a double tip, and especially not going for 6. Hand off to Walsh, left side, and Walsh will not pick up the 1st down. Tackle made by Dylan Rowland, a pickup of just 3. Kyle Walsh in the last meeting against Tallahassee was humbled. Queen City lost 42-13, their only loss of the year. That came way back in week 2. And in that game, Walsh really struggled to get going as Tallahassee made Queen City one-dimensional. They also jumped out to a really fast lead in that game, as they have done tonight. They put the Corsairs behind the 8 ball from the 19-yard line, return up to the 23, and that's where Tallahassee will start with their 2nd possession. $7:55 to go. Week 8 game of the week. Tallahassee 5-2. Queen City 6-1. The Pride with a couple of losses this season, most notably here recently. Back to pass Christensen down the middle. That pass complete, 9-yard pickup. That Tallahassee 32. Wesley Weeks is the man with the reception. And let's go through some of these lineups, shall we? Talahassee's offense, Christensen. Where's number 13, running back Jay Calvin Kim, number 20. Receivers on the outside, number 80, Jared Cochran, number 84, Ken Gossett. Tight end, number 87, Wesley Weeks. That's your Tallahassee star lineup on the offensive side of the ball. Started one hand off to Calvin Kim, and Kim's got a 1st down. Avery King on that last tackle at the 33-yard line will move the chains for Tallahassee. Let's meet that Queen City defense. Defensive end newcomer, Jonathan Rosa, number 96, paired with number 75, Koa Kaleo at defensive tackle, has 6 sacks and 9 tackles for loss. Safeties, Stenzo Woods Jr., number 21, Greg Morrison, number 42. Linebackers, number 44, Avery King, number 54, Alex Cross, and Michael Burton, also a part of that star lineup of the secondary. Jay Calvin Kim, no gain on the last carry. 2nd and 10, Avery King with another tackle. Second down, 10 at the Tallahassee 33. One receiver either side. Handoff goes to Kim. Jay Calvin Kim again with some open space. Queen City's doing a really nice job of having their safeties come down to help that second level of run defense. Only a pickup of 6 for J. Calvin Kim, and you get the sense that Queen City is okay with Kim breaking that first line of defense, but that second wave of that Queen City defense has been there, at least here in the early going of this game, not allowing Kim to break a long one. 3rd down and 4. Back to pass. Christensen lofts it over the top. It's intercepted off the hands of the Queen City offensive receiver. That time, Tallahassee does not get the bounce they wanted. Michael Spurgeon with the interception. It's interception number 4 for Spurgeon this season. Pass, I believe, was intended for Gossett. Well defended. And Spurgeon's 4 interceptions are 4 of the 6 that the star players for Queen City have managed to get their hands on so far this season. Greg Morrison and Stenzo Woods Jr. still without a pick in season 9. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. As A.J. Caswell will change the play up to a pass. Deep drop back. All kinds of time. That one nearly intercepted as Bones Malone knocks that one away. 2nd and 10. Tallahassee dropped almost everyone in coverage. In fact, they dropped 8 in coverage. And that time, nobody open. T.E. Haynes III was the intended receiver for Queen City. Let's break down this Queen City offense. The wide receivers, number 87, Memphis Blue, number 86, T.E. Haynes. Chris Bush was cut this week in favor of Chris Curtis, wearing number 84. Running back is Kyle Walsh, number 35. A.J. Caswell's the quarterback, number 16. 3-2 defense for Tallahassee. Empty backfield for Caswell on a 2nd down and 10. That pass caught for a 1st down. Memphis Blue to the Tallahassee 32-yard line. Memphis Blue has been playing some outstanding football lately. He has 4 touchdowns this season. All have come in the last 2 games, including 3 against Carolina. 307 yards and 26 catches. But again, a heavy dose of that coming here in the last 2 to 3 weeks as the rookie has stepped up, helping out this Queen City passing attack. Queen City averages 252.7 passing yards per game. That's 3rd worst in the SFL. Hand off to Walsh, and Walsh will power ahead for 6 yards. 2nd and 4 with 5:10 to go in the first quarter coming up. Let's meet that Tallahassee defense. Defensive end number 77, Jason Moffitt, 4.5 sacks and 5 tackles for loss this season. Jake Berry leads the league in sacks with 12 tackles for loss. Linebackers, number 59, Ryan Nadenson, number 50, Bones Malone, number 40, Dylan Rowland. The safeties, Alex Bond, whereas number 29, Bernard Gooden, number 37, Walsh. 1st down, and again, hit from the side pretty hard at the 19-yard line. 5 carries, 22 yards in the early going for Walsh. It's another Queen City 1st down into Tallahassee's red zone. Memphis Blue in the chat. Okay. 24-51, CC Gaming. Still trying to get this capture device going, or this game volume going, I should say. That should be better. Stephen at Large, Look Alive, Josh Banner, Kenny G, and others here in the chat tonight. 4.5 minutes to go in the first quarter. Kyle Walsh gets some blocks. 1 man to beat, breaks a tackle. Walsh fighting for the goal line. Nadenson and Rowland combined for the tackle. 1st and goal coming at the 2. Queen City responding well to giving up that touchdown off the double tip. Michael Spurgeon, brother of Maurice Spurgeon, got the interception on Tallahassee's last drive. And ever since then, Queen City's offense has been a well-oiled machine. Queen City, while they're 14th in the pass game, number 1 on the ground, averages 200 yards on the ground. No coincidence that they are 6-1 because of that stat. Caswell's pass nearly intercepted. Threw that into a crowd of 4 different Pride defenders. And it brings up 2nd down and goal. Tallahassee trying to keep Queen City off the board. Did a phenomenal job of that in their first meeting. But Queen City, especially here at home, going to be a challenge. Handoff, Walsh running right. Kyle Walsh stood up at the goal line. Alex Bond, what a tackle at the 1. Well, it's interesting. You guys are talking about how the mic volume is low. The mic volume is still the max as it usually is, and I've had to turn the game volume down just a bit, which is very unusual. So this crowd must be really electric tonight. 3rd down and goal. Walsh again on the right side, won't get there. Is that Bond again making the tackle? Yes, it is. Alex Bond, back-to-back touchdown saving tackles, and it's 4th down and goal. What a goal line stand for Tallahassee. A tremendous job extending the play, extending that stretch play out towards the sideline by the Pride defense. Tallahassee, just like in the first meeting with Queen City, not making things easy on the Corsairs running back. The field goal from 19 yards away is good. Queen City manages to get on the board. And the Corsairs make it 7-3. Week 8 game of the week rolls on here on YouTube. Inside the 10, out of the 25, not much more there for Tallahassee. Ball on the 26 for the Pride's 3rd possession. If you're just joining us, might want to rewind to watch a brilliant touchdown just a couple minutes in this game. Great concentration by Jared Cochran on the double tip. Christensen's pass off the mark as Jared Cochran was defended real nicely on that outside for Queen City. Very interesting matchup. Neither of these teams spent any money of their salary cap on corners. Be interesting to see if any defenses get exploited because of that. However, if you look at the pass defense, Queen City is number 1 in the SFL this year. Tallahassee has not fared as well. 14th against the pass this year without the corners on the outside. Christensen, far side, picks up 6. That's Ken Gossett on the catch to bring up 3rd down and 4. Christensen this season, a quarterback rating of 96.5. That's 3rd best in the league with a completion percentage of 74, 1st in the league. One knock on Tallahassee's pass game is that Christensen is getting decked a couple of times a game, which is towards the bottom of the league. Christensen deep ball, open, Ken Gossett, 1st down, exploiting those sidelines for Queen City. Going away from their star safeties, 1st and 10 of the 44, and Christensen is picking up the pace of the Pride offense. Back to pass, Christensen down the field, caught again. Gossett tapping those toes to the 27-yard line. 1st down for Tallahassee. Christensen again trotting confidently up into that empty shotgun set. Christensen again right side, it's out of bounds. Incomplete pass will stop the clock, but Tallahassee's not giving it up. 2nd and 10, still on the run. Christensen this time checks it down, and that'll pick up 5. 3rd and 5 coming at the 22. And I believe just Turner on that last catch. 90 seconds to go in the 1st quarter. Tallahassee 7, Queen City 3. Week 8 game of the week winner gets the top spot in the Eastern Conference, unless you are Tallahassee, who, well, actually, no, that's fair too. Despite losing to Atlanta. They will have swept Queen City. Now we're going to have a challenge from Eric Barkley. And let's see what we're looking at here. The challenge is the spot of the ball. Kim hurdles Koa Kaleo, and actually I think Barkley may have a good case here. Initially looked like a first down, but Avery King, I believe, held him up short of the sticks. This could keep points off the board.
The call on the field is overturned.
And a successful challenge for Eric Barkley. Nicely done. The four-time champion making it happen. So instead, it'll be 4th and inches for the Pride. And the offense is staying on the field with 1:10 to go in the first. Do they dare go for it at their own 17-yard line? Kim is in the backfield, hasn't gotten the ball much this series. Down to 20 on the play clock. Still a lot of time here for a hard count. 4 down linemen. And it does look like Tallahassee's working the hard count. Now down to 10 on the play clock. 7 on the play clock. Queen City not budging. Excellent job by the Corsairs. And they forced the Pride to think it over. Field goal unit likely to come out now for Tallahassee to try to make this a 7-point game. Avery King already a few tackles here in this first quarter. He's been an outstanding rookie for the Corsairs. 65 tackles leads the team, 7 tackles for loss, 4 passes defended, 1 pick. He can do it all. This field goal is from 34 yards away for the Pride to go back up by 7. Tallahassee gets the snap off. Good snap, good hold, and the kick from 34 is true. And the new score, Tallahassee 10 and Queen City 3. Coming up on the end of the first, a good ball game here from Buffalo. It's the Week 8 Game of the Week on YouTube. SFL action rolls on. Memphis Blue from his 11-yard line. Blue past the 30, cut down at the 31. Minute 1 second to go in the first. Marquise Reed, Kenny G. Okay, 2451. CC Gaming, DeAndre Noel. Director of Player Personnel, Lord Destro Productions, Josh Banner, Mahmoud Ajalani, Frank Gooden, AJ Levy. Lots of SFL Nation in the chat. Caswell flips it out to Walsh. Walsh with a stiff arm, but taken out of bounds pretty soon after that. Alex Bond once again involved with the play. Bond having a terrific first quarter. Pride up 10-3. Touchdown, only touchdown of this first quarter to Jared Cochran from Christian Christensen. It was Christensen's 16th passing touchdown of the year. 2 in the backfield, A.J. Caswell with 2 receivers. Also, Walsh struggles to pick up a couple of yards. 3rd down and 5. Either running back has been able to burst out for more than 15. Parker on the last tackle. Both teams feeling each other out. This definitely feels like a heavyweight bout, a rematch of the Eastern Conference Final last season. We're down at 5. Caswell back to pass. Sidearm throw, and just shy of the first down, Nedson with the tackle. T.E. Haynes the third with the reception, just inches shy. And that is the end of the first quarter of play. Tallahassee 10, Queen City 3. This is the SFL Network on YouTube. The Week 8 Game of the week. A drone shot of downtown Buffalo. Queen City not going to bring the offense out. Corsairs will punt it away. From the 26-yard line, nice stop and go for 31. Tallahassee will end up with good field position. Are you a player in the SFL? If you're new or haven't taken the plunge yet, it's free to join our Discord community at simulationfl.net and hashtag be a star. If you join the league, you will be eligible for signing with a team in the off season and be eligible for a little bit more than that. Details coming soon as that pass is caught. Look at the blocks! What a job by Tallahassee down the field to pick up a first down. Christensen's up to a $153. Wes Turner having a day. Check out this blocking down the field. Got one, got another. Ken Gossett. Going to get some high fives from his teammates after collecting that block. Came over and slammed down a safety. 1st and 10 of the 42, and Tallahassee's pass game has been on point tonight. Besides that one miscue from Christensen picked off by Michael Spurgeon. 1st and 10 for Tallahassee in Queen City territory. Back to pass, Christensen. Heavy dose of Christensen in the first half. Wide open, touchdown! Safety was too late. Cochran rubs it in. He's got 12 receiving touchdowns this season, and Tallahassee's up by 2 scores. Oh, Greg Morrison, too late. Getting there on the coverage. Cochran burns the non-contract corner. And the Pride so far tonight once again have Queen City's number. The Corsairs are going to have to figure out Tallahassee and figure them out quick. Oh, nice effort. Did you see that player there on the left side dive for the attempted blocked extra point? The snap was not too good. Douglas put it through anyway. 10:09 to go in the second quarter. Tallahassee up 14. The game of the week rolls on. $10:09 to go in the first half from the 7-yard line. Memphis Blues trying to give Queen City a spark. They've not gotten much going in the passing game. And 1st down and 10 coming up at the 29. Make sure you're subscribed to our YouTube channel. Help us push to over 700 subscribers. As a subscriber, you're notified when our channel goes live. And you'll have access to over 1,000 videos seamlessly through the YouTube app. Our channel live streams Sundays at 3 and 5, and Sundays through Tuesdays at 7 Central, 8 Eastern, right here on the SFL Network on YouTube. Sack for Tallahassee. A loss of 3 yards starts the drive negatively for Queen City. That's Kendrick Foreman. A.J. Caswell sacked for just the 8th time this season. The only quarterback that's been sacked less is Ron Cochran, at least who's played a full season. Just 4 times in 8 games. Alaska doing a great job protecting their QB this season. 2nd and 13, handoff to Walsh. Walsh left side, breaks through a couple of tackles. There goes Walsh. 50, 45, 40. Kyle Walsh outruns everybody. Touchdown, Queen City. Mr. Walsh doing his thing, chasing the leaderboards, chasing 1,500 yards. And the Corsairs have their first touchdown of the night. Walsh, 1,342 yards, averages 7.3 yards a carry. Coming into the ball game, 12 touchdowns, now 13 in a four-way tie with the top of the league. And Queen City is right back in it. Extra point for the Corsairs, up and true. 9:31 left to go in the half. Tons of action. Beautiful night in Buffalo. Down the field, Turner on the return, past the 30 with 33, check that, number 17 for Tallahassee up to the 33-yard line. 1st and 10 coming for the Pride. In that last meeting, Kyle Walsh just 76 yards on 21 carries. He was held in check for almost now 6 quarters until breaking that run, his first major effort against the Pride this season. Christensen short to the outside, Gossett making sure he got the feet in, and then he got a face full of Stenzo Woods Jr. Woods Jr., 55 tackles, 6 tackles for loss, 6 passes defended, which is first on the team. Pictured there, one of his tackles for loss, a game-winning sack in prime time, the last time Queen City was on the SFL Game of the Week, Week 3 against Baltimore. That's how the Corsairs improved to 2-1. 2nd and 7, hand off to Jay Calvin Kim, and Kim has gone nowhere. Kim, over the last 4 weeks, has definitely not been as effective as he was the first 4 weeks. Starting to quietly fall down the leaderboards, 1,156 yards, still 5th. And still with 12 touchdowns, 39 catches for 192 yards, also a bit of a threat out of the backfield. 3rd down and 7 at the 36-yard line. Trips off the left side, short throw, chasing the sticks. Gossett won't get there. How many first downs has Avery King saved for this Queen City defense? The Corsairs force a 3-and-out and get off the field. Very nicely done. Queen City starting to get themselves back in it here. From the 16-yard line, Blue is double teamed, and not much you can do about that. 1st down at the 18-yard line coming up for Queen City. Want to do what I do? If you're interested in becoming a play-by-play commentator or analyst for the SFL, the league has open tryouts all season long on our Rabbit broadcasts. Please contact veteran broadcaster Andy Hamilton for more information, and you better do it soon. Give us your box. 1st and 10, Caswell back to pass, outside, and that's T.E. Haynes the third with the reception, picking up 4. Haynes so far tonight has been used just as a possession receiver. Haynes, however, 48 receptions, 673 yards, and 4 touchdowns, is the biggest threat of this Corsair passing attack. Alex Dominguez cheering for Queen City in the chat. Memphis Blues in here. Alex Bond is in here. Some user players on these teams respectively. A.J. Caswell. Caswell will take off on quarterback sneak, pick up 1. A.J. Caswell, the most pessimistic quarterback in SFL history, always talking about how many interceptions he throws, even though Caswell only has 10 this season, which is actually the 2nd least amount in the SFL. So a tip of the cap to Caswell, who's having a pretty nice season. Quarterback efficiency 4th at a 95.8. Third down and 5. Back to pass. Caswell deep down a near sideline. Haynes with the catch. Bernard Gooden, haven't gotten to mention him too much tonight. He makes the tackle, but a really nice corner route. Run from Haynes to that inside corner. Inside of the television cameras, that is. 1st and 10 at the 41. 7 minutes to go in the first half. 17-10 Tallahassee. Back to pass Caswell, and Caswell middle. How'd he throw that in there? That's the newcomer, Chris Curtis, with his first ever SFL catch, signing just before the new contract deadline. And that was the best throw of the night from Caswell, right past, I believe that was Ryan Nadenson. 3 receivers, 2 backs in the backfield, 3-3 look for Tallahassee. Caswell back to pass. 5-step drop, throws outside. Really nice grab from Memphis Blue. Grabbing it around the kneecaps for a 4-yard gain. 2nd and 4 coming up for Queen City. Fast approaching halftime. The 2K Sports halftime report coming up with stats and highlights. Queen City got its touchdown on a long Kyle Walsh run. Tallahassee has their 2 touchdowns on 2 long receptions from Jared Cochran. 2nd down and 4. Back to pass. Caswell, middle, incomplete, and boy, I tell you what, Queen City almost had a tip catch of their own. Curtis was the intended receiver. Nadenson on the coverage. Brings up 3rd down and 4. It's a battle up at the top of the Eastern Conference. I tell you, I don't think I've ever seen 5 teams as close as they are at the top of the standings as the East is right now. 2 in the backfield. We'll get touch on that more in a minute. Caswell gets rocked. Wow. Jason Moffitt with 4.5 sacks this season crushed Caswell. And outside of field goal range, the drive will stall out for Queen City. Queen City is 6-1. Atlanta 6-2. Tallahassee 5-2. Baltimore 5-3. And Chicago on the outside looking into the playoffs at 5-3. Cleveland's got a lot of work to do at 3-5, but not totally out of it yet. They've got great offense, no defense. Carolina at 1-7. Not totally eliminated just yet, but needs a lot of help to get in. At least 2 of the teams that have 5 wins, Tallahassee, Baltimore, and Chicago, must lose out for Carolina to have any shot at the playoffs. So if Tallahassee wins tonight and becomes the 3rd team in the East to get their 6th win, both Baltimore and Chicago would have to lose out. And because those 2 teams still play, Carolina then will be officially eliminated. So this is a big game for the Skyhawks tonight as well, as Jake Calvin Kim can only pick up a yard to bring up 2nd down and long. And Kim has just sort of disappeared from this game after that first drive from Tallahassee. Second down and 11, 5:25 to go in the first half. As back to pass, Christensen nearly threw it right to, well, he did throw it to Stenzo Woods Jr. Woods Jr. still without a pick this season, waiting for that ball to drop, and literally this time he dropped it. That would have been a touchdown all the way. Maybe Kim makes that tackle. I don't know how Woods doesn't come up with this interception. It's like playing catch in the backyard. Hit him in the face mask. Third and 11 from the 12. wide receivers, empty set for Christensen. And Queen City has been the one tonight making their opponent one-dimensional. Oh, blitz coming off either side. How does Christensen not see that? Sack way back at the 5. Woods Jr., one of the rare safeties that blitz in the SFL, picks up his second sack of the season. And it drops Tallahassee's punter way to the back of their end zone. And Christensen has got to get rid of that ball. That's inexcusable quarterback play there. From the 40, Blues got some room to return up to the 36-yard line. And Queen City is starting to harness some momentum here in the second quarter. In the first meeting, it was Tallahassee that made Queen City one-dimensional. But here in the second meeting, it's been Queen City that's made Tallahassee one-dimensional. Hand off to Walsh on the left side, now cuts back middle. That wasn't a good idea. Dylan Rowland on the tackle as you look at Walsh's updated numbers, 10 carries for 115 yards here in the first half. Dylan Rowland, the highest paid defensive player in the SFL, has 48 tackles and 8 passes defended. Second on the team and first on the team, respectively. $15 million. 20% of Tallahassee's cap space spent on their gold linebacker. And he's having a pretty good season. 4 receivers, empty backfield for Caswell. Back to pass, quick out route. Over to Chris Curtis. Makes the catch, pickup of 3. 3rd and 7, stops the clock with 4:06 to go in the first half. Resume on the resume of play. 3rd and 7 at the Tallahassee 33. It'd be a pretty long field goal from here. Caswell, 5-step drop, middle of the field. Caught, stretching for the first down, 1 yard shy. Memphis Blue almost got it, getting turned over the defender. And this will be a 43-yard field goal. Will Queen City elect to go for it here? Well, Bo Davis is out there. 43 yards away. These field goals for non-contract kickers, definitely not gimmies. Stadium on pins and needles here at Compro Field. Beautiful night, 71 degrees, mostly cloudy to cloudy skies. Perfect night for football and a perfect night to kick a field goal from 43 yards away. Field goal good from Queen City. And check that, that's Ricky Matthews who's doing the kick duties, wearing the same number though as former field goal kicker Bo Davis. 17-13, it was 17-3, but Queen City has carved into Tallahassee's advantage. From the 12, short kick for Queen City. Tallahassee on the return on 31. SFL fans, are you interested in spreading the word about a truly revolutionary esports product? Help the SFL by joining our social media marketing team. Experienced social media candidates can turn this into a paid league staff position. Contact the league's commissioner, that's me, on Discord. For more information, back to pass, Christensen, short throw, outside, first down, paid for it though. Big hit at the 40. Pushing Tallahassee's Wesley Weeks past the 40 to the 41-yard line. First down for the Pride. Weeks, 24 catches, 241 yards, and a touchdown. Among tight ends, that's not too shabby from Wesley Weeks. Back to pass. Christensen, nowhere to go. That was Weeks, tight end, running a horizontal fly route to the outside. Out of bounds, 2:36 to go, no gain.
Second and 10. Ball at the 21-yard line.
Best tight end this season is 635 yards to Elijah Swain. Back to pass, Christensen again has to check it down, but Jake Calvin Kim did not cut off his route. Tallahassee has fallen flat here in the second quarter. If Kim would have just cut off his route there, may have had a chance to get down the field. Near sellout crowd here at Compro on their feet. Third down and 11. Trips off the left side, back to pass. Christensen short, again chased for the sticks for Gossett. And Tallahassee's run that a couple of times on third down. Not running a lot of routes past the sticks. And we haven't seen Tallahassee go deep down the field since Jared Cochran caught his second touchdown. This is the 2-minute warning. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification along the SFL Radio Network.
Be legendary. This is the Simulation Football League on YouTube.
Queen City gets the ball to start the second half. So they could double up here. Blue from the 13-yard line. Almost let that go. Decent return up to the 22, a 9-yard return. Queen City will take that all day. And if Queen City can get a touchdown or points on the board before the half, they will have completely taken momentum away from the Pride, especially a touchdown. And we all know how big of a factor momentum plays in the game of football and here in the SFL. Three receivers, two to the right side. 3-3 look, Caswell stretch to the short side for Walsh. Will pick up 4. Queen City in no hurry. They definitely don't want to give Tallahassee another shot with the football. Second and 6. Minute and a half to go. Empty set now. Caswell going to throw more than likely. 5 in the box. Caswell across the field. You've got to be kidding me. What a beautiful laser. Wasn't the prettiest pass, and definitely not one that coaches teach you. But it's 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line, and now Queen City's hurrying things up just a bit. That was a pretty ball into traffic from AJ. Back to pass, Caswell, done. That's a lateral. And Kyle Walsh in some trouble, loss of 3. A check down to Walsh. Walsh not known for being involved much in this passing attack. And back to pass is Caswell again over to Walsh, and Kyle Walsh will pick up just 4 yards. Third down and 9. Queen City will burn a timeout. Does look like maybe there's a duplicate 84 from Chris Curtis's signing. So we'll need to fix that in the coming week. 3rd and 9. 35 seconds to go in the first half. 4 receivers. A bunch set over to the left. 4 down linemen. Hand off to Walsh on a 3rd down. I think it surprised everybody. Got the first down. How about that on a 3rd and 9 off the timeout? Queen City sticks with their bread and butter. Caswell to throw. Caswell checks it over the middle, caught for a gain of 7 yards. That was Curtis. Now lines up on the inside of that bunch. Down to 10 seconds to go in the first half. Caswell down the field, nearly intercepted. 5 seconds on the clock. Questionable clock management there from Queen City. Could have ended up with a field goal, but now just going to have to go Hail Mary on the Pride defense to end the half. should have taken a timeout. Really nice draw on 3rd down and 9, or a run on 3rd down and 9 rather, but took a lot of time off the clock. Caswell steps up into the pocket. Caswell floats it into the end zone, actually to the 2-yard line. It is picked off by Bones Malone at the 6. That pass actually falling short of the end zone, which is a rarity. It looked like maybe the ball slipped out of the hands of Caswell. That ball was dangerous. Nearly caught there at the 5-yard line, and that's the end of the first half. A very competitive first half of play. Two teams that want it bad. Tallahassee and Queen City fight for the East. 2K Sports Halftime Report is right now. Watching the SFL Week 8 Game of the Week on YouTube. Forest Lawn Cemetery. Very historic cemetery. Got a chance to honor some fallen heroes with our SFL production crew this week in Buffalo. Queen City gets the ball to start the second half. We're underway. Memphis Blue to the 32-yard line, and that's where Queen City will start their first possession of the second half. First and 10 for Caswell and the Corsairs. Hand off to Walsh, and Walsh will pick up a couple of yards. Walsh now up to 127, still over his average at 8.5 yards per carry. Second and 8 for Queen City at 1 point down, 17-3. Has scored the last 10 points in this game, and J. Calvin Kim just 22 rushing yards in that first half. I'm your play-by-play commentator, Cameron Irvine. Happy to have you along with us here on Tuesday Night Football as Kyle Walsh picks up 3 more yards, 3rd down and 5 at the Queen City 38-yard line. For everything SFL, visit simulationfl.net. The league's new website and explore the league with a new partnership with Press Stats as Walsh picks up the 1st down with over 400 players and 500 games in league history. The SFL tracks your legendary status with professional quality. Contact webmaster Liam Crowder on Discord to find out how you can get your written works on our website.
Hey.
1st down, Queen City. I'd like to welcome D's and Stacks, couple of new users to the SFL here joining today. Caswell's pass is picked off at the 41-yard line. And the first big mistake out of Queen City's attack here in a while. That's free safety, non-contract Will Parker. Parker stepping right in front of that pass was intended for Chris Curtis, but I'm really not sure why. That was an awful throw from Caswell, and he can be pessimistic about that one all he wants. Go for it. 9:11 to go in the 3rd quarter. Jake Calvin again. Can't make it happen. 2nd down and 11. Loss of 1. Winner of this game goes to the top of the Eastern Conference. If it's Tallahassee, they'll get there by virtue of a season sweep of Queen City. If it's Queen City, they should be able to sneak past Atlanta. Checking my tiebreakers right now. Christensen's pass is incomplete, a little bit out. They're too far out ahead, and actually Tallahassee looked like maybe a couple of their receivers got caught up in a crossing pattern. 3rd 11. Queen City did in fact beat Atlanta. That was a dramatic game in prime time earlier this season where Atlanta literally ran out of time. 3rd down and 11 for Tallahassee. Empty backfield, 5 wide. The rematch of that Queen City-Atlanta game, by the way, is in 2 weeks. 5 receivers. Christensen to pass. Deep ball is knocked away. Non-contract corner putting in work. And Tallahassee's offense is just really struggling here. Maurice Johnson. Look at that press coverage on Ken Gossett. Excellent job by Johnson, bumping him at the line, making sure that Gossett can't get free.
Let's go.
So Tallahassee will kick it away after their opening drive of the first half, first half stalls out rather quickly. Both defenses have come out firing strong here in the 3rd quarter. Remember, again, this time up to the 16-yard line. But Queen City will start their 2nd possession of the 3rd quarter deep back in their own territory. Next week for the Corsairs, they host Cleveland. And that game will be monstrous for the Stallions, who, despite having a 3-5 record, could play themselves out of playoff positioning with a loss next week. Meanwhile, for Tallahassee, they've got Atlanta next week in what will be a revenge game for the Pride. Atlanta also took care of Tallahassee 24-20 earlier this season as Walsh picks up 2. Atlanta has gotten the better of both of these teams, but Atlanta has Tallahassee and Queen City in back-to-back weeks. So the Swarm at 6-2 going to be involved in a lot of major matchups, as this is the final game of week number 8. So definitely not too early to peek around the corner at week 9. 4 receivers for Caswell on a 2nd down and 8. Pass is nearly intercepted. I don't know where Caswell is looking here. That pass again was intended for Chris Curtis, but he was blanketed. 3rd down and 8 at the 18. There's Bernard Gooden, leads Tallahassee in interceptions. Three receivers on 3rd and 8 for Caswell. Caswell steps up in the pocket, caught, but again, 1 yard shy of the 1st down. We've only seen Haynes with 1 catch beyond the sticks, and I believe that's the 3rd time tonight that Tallahassee has stopped Queen City in the middle of the field on a pass play, 1 yard shy of the sticks. And neither defense is giving an inch here in the 3rd quarter. High snap nearly over the punter's head. That would have been disastrous. From the 33-yard line up to the 38, Jack Thomas picks up his 4th tackle tonight. Well, we've been looking ahead to some of the action in the East. How about some of the action in the West coming up in Week 9? 4-4 Sioux Falls takes on 3-5 Oklahoma City. That game means a lot. The 6-2 Aztecs sliding take on the Vancouver Legion, who've won 4 games in a row. That's going to be a huge win in the West. Handoff goes to Kim, and Kim loses another yard. I don't think we've had 10 yards of positive offense here in this 3rd quarter. 4-4 and surging Dallas Roughnecks are at the slumping 5-3 Houston Hyenas. It'll be Houston's first game at home since Hurricane Harvey, so there's going to be a lot of excited faces just to distract themselves from the devastation that's gone on in Houston and Alaska. Empty backfield for Christensen on a blitz from Queen City, and he just got rid of the football. And I don't think I have ever seen Tallahassee's offense so inept. Where would the pride be right now without the 2 long catches from Jared Cochran? Tallahassee's offense this season is 3rd in the SFL, averaging 35.4 points a game. Yards per game, they're 2nd, 457.1. Christensen back to pass, check down, 4th down. Wes Turner with the catch, but Jared Cochran has been completely removed from this game, as has J. Calvin Kim. Tallahassee just does not have any notable weapons to get the ball to right now. The Pride, 6th in the league in pass offense, 5th in the league in run offense. Just a surprising last couple of quarters for Tallahassee as Queen City is trying to take hold of this game. First down at the 32, Will Parker now with 6 tackles for Tallahassee. Blue returns up to the 32-yard line. Both of these teams are really good in a lot of categories. Queen City is actually the _1 defense in the league. They give up just 22 points a game, and they're living up to that billing here today. 4th fourth in total defense for Queen City. #1 against the pass. Run defense is not as good, but Tallahassee's up there too. 6th in the league in points allowed. Hand off to Walsh, 35. Walsh, 40. Kyle Walsh being chased by Bones Malone, who drags him down to the Tallahassee 44-yard line. But finally, somebody wants to play some ball on offense here in the 3rd quarter. Malone has had a strong game for Tallahassee's defense, had an interception at the end of the half. Walsh making things happen down the field for Queen City. 4 receivers and no back in the backfield. Curtis is at the bottom of the screen, back to pass. That's the direction that Caswell's going. Curtis turns the corner. Gotta seal that corner off if you're Tallahassee. You just cannot give up 11 yards on an out route, and Kenny Stokes was there late getting over. Moves the chains again for Queen City, and the Corsairs slowly pressing down here on the Pride. 5 catches, 49 yards for T.E. Haynes III, as Caswell will hand it off to Walsh right up the middle, and Walsh picks up 4. Maurice Spurgeon in the chat saying, I cannot remember the last time Queen City in New York had a running back who wasn't a total monster. And you're right, it's pretty difficult. Pretty difficult to remember how long ago it was. Definitely in season 2, we had a running back, Kyle Walsh, with a first down to the 20. Walsh running hard tonight. Kyle Walsh needs 196 yards to eclipse Ray Bentley atop the rushing leaderboards in the SFL. Otherwise, Bentley will hold that crown for another week. Next two receivers, Caswell going to throw. Caswell, middle, caught first down to the 7. A quick throw to the fullback, I believe. DeMonte with the first down. Clever play there from Caswell. That ball was out of his hands in a matter of a couple of seconds. Bernard Gooden and Alex Bond combined for the stop, but this is easily the best offensive drive for either team here in this third quarter. Two backs, two receivers for Caswell in a fast-moving third quarter. 3-3 look out of Tallahassee. Walsh left side, Dylan Rowland at the stop. I'm feeling generous, folks. I'm giving away $15 if you can answer my trivia question, and it's coming up when Tallahassee gets the ball at the end of this series. Stay tuned. Haven't done the giveaway just yet this year. It's not come easy. We'll make it challenging. 3rd and goal at the 1 as Walsh stretched out for the goal line and couldn't get there. It's 197 total Caswell for tonight for Walsh. 196 would tie Ray Bentley atop the leaderboard, so he has less than 100 to go for that here tonight. 3rd and goal for the 1. They'll hand it off to Walsh, stretch right side. Will not get there. Alex Bond does it again. How about the play on the goal line tonight from Alex Bond? He's saved 2 touchdowns at the goal line on a stretch play to Kyle Walsh. Exceptional defense. Should mention Dylan Rowland was also on that tackle, but Bond has been playing some stellar ball. Bond joined the Pride in week 2, and that field goal from 17 yards is good, and somehow Tallahassee has kept their lead all this time. And it's 1st and 10 coming up for the Pride. So here we go. Trivia question for $15. If you can get it right, first person to get it right, you will have this first down play. After this first down play to after the following play to post your responses in the chat to the following trivia question. Tonight is Queen City's 100th game. Their net points all time is plus 346. What is the only SFL team to have a better net points total in league history? First person to get it right in the chat gets the $15 here over this next play. That pass is caught for a first down to the 37-yard line by Jared Cochran. Again, what is the only team to have a higher net points total than Queen City in league history, who through 100 games has a net point total of plus 346? 2 minutes to go in the third. Tallahassee's up a point. Active pass down the middle, caught first down. Cochran with back-to-back catches. A.J. Caswell and Curtis guess Baltimore. Schindler guesses Orlando. Gooden guesses the Maulers. Maurice either or. Got to pick one. Look Alive, Minneapolis. Alex Bond, Minneapolis. Okay with Tallahassee. Ronnie Nickens with Louisville. Christensen's pass is caught. And the correct answer goes to Ronnie Nickens. The Louisville Wolfpack lead the league all time in net points.
2nd and 6.
And you want to know what that number was? Louisville net points, I'll get it to you in just a second. 2nd down and 7. Got to get back to game action. Ronnie will send you some dough your way here after the game. Jay Calvin Kim's got a 1st down run. When was the last time you saw Jay Calvin Kim run for more than 5 yards? Had just 22 yards at the half, and all of a sudden Tallahassee's moving. Louisville Wolfpack, the most dominant team in league history, which is basically what the net point stat is. And net points plus 477 is Jerry Cochran. It's another catch. 3 tackles for Woods. Cochran has been the man on this drive. 3 grabs. Tallahassee's to the Queen City 32. Louisville played 38 games in the SFL, won 33 of them. Second down and 4 coming up on the end of the 3rd quarter, and Christensen is sacked. Alex Cross gets to the linebacker. We've had a linebacker get to Christensen, and we've had a safety get to Christensen here in this game. Queen City brings pressure from all angles like no other team in the league. That's why they're the #1 defense in the SFL, and that is the end of the 3rd quarter. 17-16, what a ball game. We're in Buffalo for the SFL Game of the Week on YouTube. A beautiful look at Niagara Falls. That was a fun field trip for our crew. 4th quarter, 3rd down and 9. Back to pass, Christensen over the middle, tipped and incomplete. Alex Cross again. And a 4th down and 9 for the Corsair 36, I believe, is going to bring out the punting unit, and Queen City's defense does it again.
Let's go.
Everybody, so there's some people in the chat asking who got hurt. I don't believe that anybody's been injured tonight unless I missed something. 4th down, punt is beautifully pushed out of bounds at the 3-yard line. Excellent effort out of McCoy. And it's 1st and 10.
First and 10 from your Pirates 3-yard line.
From the 3, handoff to Walsh. Walsh is out and in the open. 14-yard pickup, 195. So Walsh is 1 yard away from tying Ray Bentley atop the season 9 leaderboard and 2 yards away from taking the lead on Ray Bentley atop the leaderboard. So no question, Walsh is going to get it.
Showtime.
First and 10 of the Corsair 17-yard line. Queen City down 1. Back to pass. Caswell in trouble, and oh, he was going to throw it back to Walsh, who was wide open, and I mean wide open. The sack, meanwhile, was Jake Berry's 10th of the season.
2nd and 16 from
And for Berry, he's now 3rd I misspoke earlier. I said that he was top the leaderboards in sacks. Caswell is sacked again. 3rd and 22 back at the 5-yard line. And that is Foreman's 2nd sack of the night. And Caswell, one of the least sacked quarterbacks in the SFL, goes down on back-to-back plays. Four receivers on a 3rd and 22, and they're just going to pitch it to Walsh. Why not? Dylan Rowland stops him, but Kyle Walsh is your new Season 9 running back leader. Queen City, of course, with Marcus Allen-Bose last year, had the top running back in the league as well. But Queen City, for all the good they have done in this 4th quarter, are still trailing in this game, largely due to Alex Bond's goal line heroics. Twice forcing field goals on a 3rd and short. Fair catch called for at the Queen City 37-yard line, and Tallahassee in an excellent position to increase their advantage.
First and 10 from the Pirates, 37 yards.
Tallahassee at the 38. They are the only team so far this season that has conquered the defending champs. Not much offense in the second half, but the defense getting it done. Christensen's pass is picked off! Picked off by Greg Morrison. That is the first of the season for Morrison, and Queen City's got a first down. Right into double coverage, looking for Cochran deep. Inexcusable ball from Christensen. And that is tough. Greg Morrison, one of the best to wear a black and bright green uniform. First and 10 with 8:41 to go. Handoff now to Walsh. Walsh is over 200 yards for the night, and Walsh picks up 3. Clock will continue to move. 2nd and 7. All-time interceptions.
2nd and 6. Ball at the 31 yard.
Greg Morrison now in his career with 15. Joins Aaron Tolbert, Carlo Montero, Joey Lynn, and Jeffrey Deser with 15 career interceptions. Caswell back to throw. He's in trouble again. Hit as he threw. That honestly was a late hit on the quarterback. Tallahassee should have been flagged for that. Bones Malone on the tackle to bring up 3rd down and 5, but Tallahassee got away with murder as they hit Caswell low, way after the ball was thrown. Out of the gun, and Caswell going to take off and run. A.J. Caswell, first down to the 42 on the quarterback sneak on a 3rd down. Heck of a call twice. Queen City has called a run on 3rd and medium to long and picked up a first down off of it. Rowland with the tackle. What a play. Caswell all time, 18 carries, -2 yards, so that'll help his numbers. Walsh loses a yard back at the 41-yard line. Clock continues to tick, and if you're Queen City, you gotta wonder how many more opportunities you're gonna get at taking the lead over Tallahassee. You almost get the sense, you get the sense from the crowd that Queen City's got a strike right here. And off to Walsh, powering ahead. 3rd and 6. 7.4 yards on the ground. That is 0.1 higher than his season average, but he's sticking with it. Ray Bentley, a whopping 8.6 yards a carry, gets less touches than Walsh. 3rd down and 6. Do they call a run again here? 3 receivers, back to pass. Caswell, 3-step drop, throws an out route, short of the sticks. Oh, that is just tough to swallow. 4th and 3, and it's way too early to go for it. Queen City's going to have to pin Tallahassee deep. Hope their defense keeps standing tall. Just 1 field goal of offense here in this second half. High snap again. Boy, that is just dangerous. Going over the receiver's head from the 16-yard line. Fair catch called for. 1st and 10 at the 16. 5:53 left in the 4th. Tallahassee protecting a 1-point lead. It's almost unbelievable. And hats off to Tallahassee's defense. They've played very well tonight. Exceeded expectations across the board. Out of the gun, Christensen to pass. Check down Kim. This time he cuts his route off. And Kim turns something or nothing into something. 3-yard gain. There's an updated look at the quarterback numbers. Not the best night for Caswell. Christensen having a decent night. 260 through the air. 2nd down and 7. 24-51. Frank Gooden, A.J. Caswell, DeMar Woodruff, CC Gaming, King Woods Jr., Tyrone Jones, Sonic 002, Maurice Spurgeon, and many others of the SFL community in our chat room tonight. Alex Bond, 45, Dwayne Schindler, Ronnie Nickens won a prize earlier tonight. It's $15 sent his way. 3rd down and 4. Coming up for Tallahassee after the 3-yard run from Kim. Alex Cross and the defense looking for one more stop, one more time. This game monumental to the Eastern Conference playoff chase. And potentially an Eastern Conference final preview all over again. Christensen hit it, the throw caught. 1st down, Wesley Weeks with a clutch grab to the 27-yard line. How about that from Wesley Weeks? Picking it up and keeping the clock moving.
1st and 10.
Hey, if you're not following us on Twitter, you should. At SimulationFL. Give us a follow. Give us some retweets and some likes throughout the week. Check out who we're following. They have some common interests. 1st and 10, Christensen. Far sideline to Jared Cochran, but they say he's out of bounds. I think we may have to see a challenge from Frank Gooden here. Are we going to get a challenge? No. I'm surprised. Looked like Cochran clearly had a foot in. 1st down, maybe Tallahassee does not want to risk burning the timeout. 2 receivers, both to the left side. Gossett's been a little quiet recently. Cross coming on a middle linebacker blitz. Christensen down the field, caught in the air, 1st down. Morrison with a tackle, but Gossett right on cue. Moves the sticks again. Coming up on 4 minutes to go in the 4th quarter. Gossett going up to get this. Wow, that's a vertical right there. Gossett really nicely done. Knowing he was going to get a crack to the back.
1st and 10.
Making it happen under 4 minutes to go. Tallahassee bleeding a lot of clock. 1 receiver either side. Cross again showing an inside blitz. And Cross this time will back off. 4-man rush, a delayed rush. And an outside throw is incomplete. Tallahassee struggling with the out route execution. 2nd down and 10 with 3:45 to go in the 4th.
Let's go. 2nd and 10. Ball at the 40-yard.
Second down and 10. Christensen again throws the out route. This time it's complete. Just to pick up the 3 yards. 3rd down and 7. 3:42 is the clock stoppage. Just 1 field goal in this second half is the only points on the board we've seen. 4 receivers, 2 to either side, 3-2 defense, handoff, Kim on a 3rd down at 6, and he won't get there. Woods with his 4th tackle. Tallahassee tries to pull a Queen City, and finally the Corsairs defense gets off the field and gives their offense one final chance. If Tallahassee falls in this game, they fall into a 3-way tie for 3rd with Baltimore and Chicago. They do own the tiebreaker with Chicago and Baltimore currently. They can lose the tiebreaker with Baltimore when those 2 teams meet in Week 10. 3 minutes to go in the 4th from the 10-yard line. Memphis Blue makes a man miss, and Blue gets up to the 16, giving his quarterback and Mr. Walsh some much-needed field position. First and 10 with 2:56 remaining in the 4th quarter. What a ball game. What a gritty, hard-nosed, tough football game. Caswell going middle, picked off. Overthrew Teehee Ains, and Bernard Gooden makes the play for Tallahassee. Gooden with interception number 5 on the season. And that's not the way you want to start a game-winning drive, as that ball was poorly thrown, and Caswell's had a very challenging second half. Still plenty of time left in this game, but you just got to put your hand to your forehead and wonder what in the world Caswell was thinking throwing that ball that early. Didn't really see much pressure in his face. Caswell, the opposite of gun-shy there, as Jake Calvin Kim is thrown back into the backfield. Just 37 yards on the night. But Tallahassee going to do everything they can to run the clock out. Rough night for Caswell, 2:30 to go. Caswell coming into the game had thrown just 10 picks in 7 weeks. He has 3 tonight. 2 receivers left for Tallahassee, down to 2:20 to go in the 4th quarter, and they're bleeding clock. Back to pass, Christensen pump fake, now goes middle. Pass is dropped, could have been picked. Non-contract tight end out there. Cross trying to get his fans fired up. That stops the clock, and now it's 3rd and 9. Still outside of field goal range, but at this point the Pride will take their defense over a long field goal any day. Con-Pro Field as loud as they've been all night, as we're hovering in the high 60s now. Empty backfield with 5 wide. Looks like Tallahassee's going to stay aggressive. 17-16. Christensen to pass against just a 3-man rush. Christensen middle, caught inside the 20, down to the 16-yard line. A clutch pass from Christensen puts Tallahassee in field goal range and has the defending champs on the ropes. It's the 2-minute warning. Let's pause. 10 seconds for station identification on the SFL Radio Network.
Be legendary. This is the Simulation Football League on YouTube.
To go, handoff, Jay Calvin Kim, he'll be stood up. Timeout, Queen City, gain of 1. Tallahassee has been clutch on the 3rd downs, especially late in this game, and Queen City's going to have to exhaust everything they have. If you're going to allow them to get a 1st down, you might as well allow them to get a touchdown. Otherwise, the goose is cooked. Handoff, Jake Calvin Kim, and Kim is smashed at the 13. Pickup of just 2, 3rd down and 7 for Queen City. For Tallahassee rather. 1:55 to go. I'm your play-by-play commentator, Cameron Irvine. Another thriller in primetime. This is the 6th consecutive SFL game that's been decided by 7 points or less. 4 receivers for Christensen, and he's going to hand it off on a draw to Kim, who fights for the first down and won't get there. So Queen City exhausts all of their timeouts, and Caswell will have one more opportunity with no timeouts to win the game for the defending champions and the Corsairs to remain atop the Eastern Conference. If Queen City wins, they will hold a 1-game lead over Atlanta and a 2-game lead over the rest of the conference. Queen City, technically, it's a 2-game lead since they own the tiebreaker over Atlanta. Field goal from 25 yards away from Tallahassee. That's good. We've had no kicking problems here tonight. The Pride take a 20-16 lead. Don't count out those Corsairs. They are going to get one last chance. Caswell with 3 interceptions. At least 2 of them, to my recollection, here in the second half. From the 10, Memphis Blue hasn't done much in the return game tonight, past the 30. And a really nice tackle on the outside. Will Parker now with 9 tackles and a pick. Queen City out of timeouts, down 20-16 with 1:42 to go. Both teams have scored just a field goal here in the second half. What a way to end week 8 here from Compro Field in Buffalo. 3 receivers, back to pass. Caswell, 3-step drop, steps up into a sack. No huddle for Queen City, loss of 2. Caswell has also been pressured heavily tonight. 1.5 minutes to go. Caswell, 3-step drop again, puts it out to Walsh, and Walsh is wrapped up almost immediately. Back to the original line to gain, 3rd down and 10. Got to get something going down the field here. 3 wide. Caswell, 3-step drop, steps up again, deep ball, caught by Chris Curtis. Curtis to the Tallahassee 48, the newcomer, keeps the drive alive. 1:05 to go now in Tallahassee territory. Caswell again, looking middle, knocked away. Dylan Rowland swats that down, and Queen City, I think, fortunate to get out of that set. Pass again intended for Curtis. Rowland could have picked that off. Turned his back, I think, looking to see where the incoming offensive receiver might have been running his way. 58 seconds to go in the 4th quarter, 2nd down and 10. Empty backfield, 5 wide for AJ. AJ to throw. AJ deep ball, left side, dropped it! Dropped a touchdown! Haynes may have just blown Queen City's best opportunity to win the game. Just flat dropped it. But the corner route opened.
Let's go.
And the Corsair faithful holding their breath. 3rd down and 10 from the 47. Empty backfield again. Caswell middle. Incomplete. Pass intended for Curtis. It's 4th down. Very tight coverage. And this is it for Queen City. Wow. 4th down and 10. Do the Corsairs have a miracle in their pocket, or is Tallahassee going to sweep the season series? 4 receivers. Caswell changing the play at the line. Caswell to pass. Caswell, middle, caught! Memphis Blue! 15-10! Touchdown, Queen City! Memphis Blue! 5 touchdowns in the last 3 games. And he has put the Corsairs ahead in crunch time. There's nothing like SFL action. The rookie with his 5th touchdown of the season has put Queen City ahead. Tallahassee, this is deja vu all over again. When they played Atlanta, lost 24-20, gave up a late touchdown in a very defensive knockout, drag-out game. And on 4th and 10, gives up a touchdown to Memphis Blue. It's the first passing touchdown of the night for Queen City. 43 seconds left. Unreal. Tallahassee with still 3 timeouts and a chance to tie or win the game from the 12. On a return to the 29. Wowzer. Another Eastern Conference game down to the wire. For Queen City, this is their first one-score game since week 4. They won back-to-back one-score games against Baltimore and Atlanta in weeks 3 and 4. 1st and 10. Christensen to throw. Down the middle, incomplete. That was intended for Black, and that's the first time I've even seen him targeted tonight. Non-contract receiver. Tallahassee, meanwhile, in close games, is 2-1 in games decided by a touchdown or less. Beat Baltimore 40-37, beat Chicago 41-38, and lost to Atlanta 24-20. Now down to Queen City 23-20. 2nd and 10 with 35 seconds to go. Back to pass, Christensen going long down the field. Knocked away and incomplete, intended for Gossett. Queen City's non-contract corners, the #1 pass defense in the SFL, going to work. 3rd and 10, Destro's calling for OT. Third down for Christensen, back to pass. Christensen, corner route, knocked away. 4th down. Queen City's secondary stepping up. Champs doing what champs do. A very uncharacteristic regular season for Queen City, who usually does not turn it on till about week 9 or 10. Well, Queen City has been the best team all season, or most of the season here in the SFL, trying to prove it once again here on 4th and 10. Empty set with 5 wide for Christensen. Back to pass, Christensen, middle, cut, one-handed catch on 4th down, unreal. Jared Cochran fending off the defender with one arm and catching the ball with the other. And on second glance, he actually did make a two-handed grab. I could have sworn there in real time that right arm or left arm was extended. Either way, Tallahassee now the cardiac cats on 4th down. 23 seconds to go. Need to get into field goal range. Christensen over the middle, overshot the quick slant that would have picked up a 1st down. 21 seconds. Wah-wah-wee-wah.
2nd and 10.
Queen City 23, Tallahassee 20. Offense is turning it on here late in pure desperation. Out of pure necessity. 4 receivers, 3 over to the left of Christensen. Back to pass. Christian steps up in the pocket. Check down. Short of the sticks. Timeout Tallahassee with 12 seconds to go in the 4th quarter. 3rd down and 2 at the Queen City 44. Tallahassee is that close. And with only one timeout left, I think the Pride need to get into field goal range on this next play. 3rd down and 2. Christensen needs at least the 35-yard line. Back to pass. Christensen down the middle of the field. Incomplete. Morrison knocks it away. Now it's 4th down, and you got to go for it. Now the question becomes, are they going to go Hail Mary, or are they going to try a short route to keep the drive alive, maybe get it a field goal range? Lots of options here for Tallahassee's offense. Trying to do it again here on 4th down. Stressing me out. 4 receivers, 3 to the left. Gossett isolated, bottom of the screen. He's got about 10 yards of distance, although Queen City audibles out of that. Offside. Free play. Christensen. Check down. Incomplete. There's now 5 seconds on the clock. And honestly, now, are they going to put time back on the clock? I don't think that is an SFL rule, and honestly, that is just brilliant football from Queen City. Jump offside and waste 4 seconds off the clock and only give Tallahassee 5 yards. Not a bad strategy at all, because outside of field goal range, Tallahassee's going to have to hope and pray. Wow, very interesting. As time is not put back on the clock, Christensen will throw against the blitz. There is a flag down in the end zone. The pass is intercepted. Let's check the flag, likely on Tallahassee. That ball was almost caught. Cochran was in one-on-one coverage. Ineligible man downfield. That will end the game. Penalty declined, and Queen City holds on to a 23-20 victory. Improves to 7-1. Stays atop the Eastern Conference, and Tallahassee tumbles into a 3-way tie for 3rd. Wow, people are going to be talking about that for a long time. Tallahassee now has lost 2 games in just crazy circumstances. The Pride, a mixed result of very close efforts against the top of the Eastern Conference. But in the end, Queen City improves to 7-1, remains the only one-loss team in the SFL. And Tallahassee has Atlanta next week, a monster game in Florida. Kyle Walsh finishes with 208 yards on the ground today. Jay Calvin Kim held to just 45. Dylan Rowland with 8 tackles. As you watch AJ Caswell pick up a critical 3rd down here in this second half. Both teams got a lot of pressure on the quarterback. Defensive line making their presence known. Christensen, 326 yards and 2 touchdowns. Caswell, about 96, 3 picks, but a very critical touchdown. Late in this game, the Memphis Blue has 5 touchdowns in the last 3 weeks. Once again, the final score, Tallahassee 20, Queen City 23. This has been a presentation of the Simulation Football League and the SFL Network on YouTube. For our crew at Conpro Field in Buffalo, New York, and back at our SFL headquarters in the Metroplex of the Lone Star State, I'm Cameron Irvine. Good night from Buffalo.